believe somebody's actually getting this physically ill, physically upset over pronouns in a video game. I don't even think he got past the start screen or the character creator. When he seen pronouns, he just recorded the video and just went crazy.
So fucking boring! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company. Fuck your immersion. Fuck you having a good time. Fuck you falling into a world and just getting lost. No, no, no! Current fucking day! Fuck off! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! You are a one-hived mind twat waffle!
And choice. And people just don't seem to realize that. It's just... Pronouns have been a thing for goddamn centuries, and it's the fact, and just calling it just, oh, it's modern day problems. You're putting modern day things. So what do you want then? Do you want slavery in your games? Do you want gay bashings in your games? That's what you're asking for if you want the old kind of stuff, the old world stuff. Is that it? That's it, isn't it? You want that stuff in your games. Because you don't want modern stuff, which is just an RPG game asking you who your character is. You can't be that dumb. You can't be that you are that dumb, but you can't be that dumb because it's just... How do you have like a living kind of thing? That this is your job and like people watch you. How? Because you don't deserve it. You are disgusting. You're so dumb.
Fucking hilarious to me that he is so mad about having options in a character select screen or character creation screen where you build your character. He is so mad about that. He is angry about something that is one of probably the most superficial parts of the creation process that will help with immersion in a single player game. Like, he could pick whatever he wants. No one would know except for him. This isn't a multiplayer game. So that makes it even more hilarious.
I have a question. So did he make it past the character creation screen? Did he open up his game, start it, and then it's just like he sees him, and he's just like, I'm gonna make a sound that makes it sound like balls are gargling in my mouth for the next 2.5 minutes. Because I need to remind you that I'm very angry. Somehow, this is something for me to get very upset about. Very upset about. For no fucking reason.
You can be anything you want. You know why they ask you what your pronoun is in Starfield? So that the characters can know what you want to be called, just in case you're that one little teeny tiny percent, right? That one little teeny tiny percent who might want to be a chick with a you-know-whaty. You know, with a thing, you know? There's a lovely garden full of sticks and chicks with dicks. You know, I mean, you might want to be that. Who cares, right? It might be fun, right? Who knows? Who cares? That's your bag. Deal with it. I don't care anymore. You don't have to do it though. But if you want to be called, hey, here's our new space astronaut asshole who wants to go and be, you know, called he because he chose the male junk. We're gonna call and that's the only reason, right? Because they didn't program the game to be psychic yet. See, the game is not Mama, it's not Mother Nature, right? It's not Mama Mecha. The game is not psychic. But Mecha is, and Mecha knows that this is a test. Mecha knows that this is a test that she's passing with flying colors. This will get 100 views and maybe make 27 cents of revenue. He is making probably $1,000 on this, which is probably enough to cover Mama's rent for the month. You know, but I want to at least point out that you don't have to be so uninclusive. There's other people on the planet.
He calls himself Heel versus Babyface, but he threw on quite the baby tantrum there. And mind you, this is over pronouns. Like, just imagine if your girl walks in after hearing you rant for like 5 minutes about pronouns, she's going to be asking you, babe, what's wrong? Oh, I was yelling at a computer screen about a video game having pronouns. I can imagine that conversation going over well very smoothly. It makes you look clinically insane. You over here raging over like, it's not that deep. But to stoke the fire even more, my pronouns are he, him. And you notice that this is a calling card for a lot of these anti-woke people. They get so upset, so offended at something so little, so benign, that it's almost ignorable. It's not even going to be something that comes up in review. Oh, I didn't like that the character creator had a pronoun.
But because imagine like the world drying up for a guy like this. They can't be happy anymore. Like, it's genuinely quite sad. Like, really imagine this. Imagine he's being sincere, and he seems to be. Imagine from his perspective, you have like, this guy is hyped up for this new game. He's excited to play this new game, but then there were pronouns in it, and now he's upset. And that sounds like a joke, doesn't it? That sounds like something I would say to make fun of a conservative. There were pronouns in it, and now he doesn't like it. Except it's real. That's actually happening. How do you live like this? It's just constant. This is, to bring this back to a larger political point, this is why reactionaries get so upset when minority groups get rights and they think like, oh, the world is changing. They don't understand how much artificial, forced effort it takes to keep all of these things from being present. Like, the social invisibility of gay or trans people is something that has required brutal and genocidal violence for millennia in the instances where it is the case. It's also
fucking boring.
I have tweeted about this before, but I would say it's more boring when there's no gender and ambiguity, there's no unique characters that express different gender identities. If it's just cis straight people, how is that more interesting than a queer character, a non-binary character, and learning more about them? How is no diversity more entertaining than diversity? I genuinely do not understand that. Oh, it's because you want more people like you, and you just want some blue aliens to satisfy your perversive thoughts, but not anyone else. It has to be for you. But this game can't be for everybody. It has to be specifically for you, a straight man.
To be honest, a lot of it has already been pointed out online, but there's one particular part, one thing he says that I think really is the epitome of how stupid this guy's entire rage rant actually is.
We can't see past our own fucking reflection! That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company!
You're the one who can't, or maybe won't, look past your own reflection or your own reality when it comes to this situation. Because games aren't just a form of escapism for people who look like you. They are a form of escapism for everyone. And finally, we're reaching a point where inclusivity in video games is actually starting to reflect that, which is a good thing. The irony...
I'm just so shocked at this world, and just how people just not... don't understand pronouns, they don't understand the world, they just go off, and then, yeah, again, they call us the snowflakes, they call us the cowards, when they're the ones who act like this when they see pronouns. There are people who are refunding their game because at the start of it they ask for your pronouns, and that's it. They don't play the rest of the game, they just refund it because ew, yucky pronouns. That is bizarre. That is bizarre and just purely disgusting of you. Absolutely. Grow the hell up. Get a life. Get a real job or something. I don't know. Just stop. Stop. It is disgusting. I have the fur in my mouth. Blech. I did do it. Yeah.
Because I think you're an awful person. But you just had a lolcow triggered snowflake moment, and it is going to be on the internet forever. forever. I'm gonna try and get a good shot of you just being so angry to make it the thumbnail because it's so fucking funny to me. It is so funny that you are triggered by character creation in a game where you can do all kinds of shit simply for having pronouns, while you yourself and everyone on this fucking planet uses pronouns. Everyone does. If you picked a man, the man pronouns by default would have been he, him, right? So you would have still had pronouns. So you're mad that you can select pronouns as part of your immersion in a single player game. You are a jester, a bigot. I can tell why people watch you, because they want to laugh at you. That's pretty much it.
Like, not even the, pettiness of saying, hey, dude, it's just a video game, chill out. Because I get up in arms about stuff about video games, right? Like, I have super strong opinions when it comes to things like Magic the Gathering, Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, these are World of Warcraft, these are worlds, these are stories, these are characters that I have been immersed in and grossed in, that I've cared about for my entire life almost at this point. And so I keep a close eye on how these worlds develop, and I have strong opinions about what happens in them. So I get it. I get having a strong opinion about video games and stories and fantasy worlds. I understand that. I'm not going to undercut somebody's holding of an opinion when it's about something that I simply do not personally share. But when that opinion manifests as, oh God, the video game reminded me black people exist! Can you imagine?
Bad people go, like the mental asylums and the loony bins and the cemeteries and the graveyards, the evil hate, bad dark. That's where all this is, this anger, this addiction to the anger, to the dollar, to the almighty dollar. This is the triangle and the pentagram in the heart of the circle of the moon, of the flower that blossoms, in the star of the David, of the star of the wicked moon, and the circle of the life that all connects infinity. Yes. So now we're on the same page. So this is to the 12 people who get it, and our followers. Hello, welcome new followers. Welcome. Now, here's where we get it. They're dipping into their own supply here. They're addicted to the outrage and the anger. They're still in the dark place. They're still there. They don't get it. So I listened to this. Now, this to me sounds so much like he's bored with the game, but he's tired of being in this infinity cycle of repeating, the cycle of good and evil and bad and the same story, the same old song and dance over and over and over throughout history, right? He needs to come together as one. Right now, over me, and that's a big sign and big circle of the moon right there, is the coming together to cleanse and bring forth the yes.
Sorry, did you want to get in?
Can we acknowledge? I think this is mental illness, and I really mean that. I think that to see the pronouns, literally, are you he, him, she, her, they, them? That's the drop down. That's it. It's just like one screen in a million screens. To see that and to do this, I genuinely think it's like mental illness. I think it's comparable to like a kind of phobia or like a hysteria. It's a reaction that is so out of line with what reality portions to you. It goes beyond obsession, I think he's sick. I mean that. He really is. It's just also very funny.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Now comes the part where we